reviewing, polishing and painting, stretching taut the leather over the wheel rims, preparing it for delivery so he could collect from his wealthy customer. Nevertheless, his fat, muscular body sat stolidly upon the wall. His slow mind was struggling patiently with a problem for which he could find no answer. The hot tropical sun, so typical of this valley of the Euphrates, beat down upon him mercilessly. Beads of perspiration formed upon his brow and trickled down unnoticed to lose themselves in the hairy jungle on his chest. Beyond his home towered the high terraced walls surrounding the king's palace. Nearby, cleaving the blue heavens, was the painted tower of the Temple of Bel. In the shadow of such grandeur was his simple home and many others far less neat and well cared for. Babylon was like this, a mixture of grandeur and squalor, of dazzling wealth and direst poverty, crowded together without plan or system within the protecting walls of the city. Behind him, had he cared to turn and look, the noisy chariots of the rich jostled and crowded aside the sandaled tradesmen as well as the barefooted beggars. Even the rich were forced to turn into the gutters to clear the way for the long lines of slave water carriers on the king's business, each bearing a heavy goatskin of water to be poured upon the hanging gardens. Bansir was too engrossed in his own problem to hear or heed the confused hubbub of the busy city. It was the unexpected twanging of the strings from a familiar lyre that aroused him from his reverie. He turned and looked into the sensitive, smiling face of his best friend, Kabai, the musician. "May the gods bless thee with great liberality, my good friend," began Kabai with an elaborate salute. "Yet it does appear they have already been so generous thou needst not to labor. I rejoice with thee in thy good fortune. More, I would even share it with thee. Pray, from thy purse, which must be bulging, else thou wouldst be busy in yon shop, extract but 2 humble shekels and lend them to me until after the nobleman's feast this night.
Listen carefully.
Thou wilt not miss them ere they are returned." "If I did have 2 shekels," Bansir responded gloomily, "to no one could I lend them, not even to you, my best of friends, for they would be my fortune, my entire fortune."
All right, there it is. I want to actually make a point there. Very interesting. He said, now Bansir said to his friend Kabai. His friend Kabai said, "Listen, could you loan them to me? I see that you have, a lot of money, and could you loan some money to me? Not a lot of money because I don't think he's at that point yet, but he have enough money." Okay, so he asked them to loan him some money, 2 shekels. And so what did he tell him? He said, "Not even to you. Not even to you." So that's a very, very interesting point when it comes to business, which is friendship and business. It don't mix, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I won't even loan it to you, my best friend," talking about Kabai. "I won't even loan my money to you." See, sometimes you got to just say no to your best friend. And if they really your best friend, they will understand. But if they get to a point where they say, "Oh, listen, man, come on, you acting funny now? You acting funny? Now you got this money, now you acting funny. Or you acting like you don't know who I am now. Listen, man, I've been there since day one. I understand you've been there since day one, but guess what? You're a grown man just like I am. You know what I'm saying? Get up off your behind and stand up on your 2 like a man, and you go out there and you go get that bread. That's the way it works. You a man just like I am. You got a family just like I have a family. Go and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to say no, not only to friends, but you got to say no to family members. You got to say no to parents. You got to say, you know what I'm saying? No, I can't give you a deal. This is my business. First time somebody come to you, somebody that you went to school with, say, "Hey, man, what's up? Professor Smell Good, what up?" Issa, man, what's going on, man? It's been a while. I ain't seen you. You know what I'm saying? When the last time you played basketball? When the last time you hooped? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Hey, man, listen, let me